there were some body shops that said getting you out of the market would be worth the money to be spent buying your shop.
How'd that make you feel?
Good. Why, hell yeah.
People are trusting you to repair their car safely. You're trusting your team to perform those repairs safely. It's probably scary for some shop owners if they really looked in the mirror to see the work leaving their parking lot.
And the sad part of the industry that we live in today is that the repairing the car correctly is a rarity. And guess who's left out of that conversation?
The owner of the vehicle.
Every time.
Yeah.
Because if the owner looks and goes, wait a minute, you're not doing this now? Why?
Insurance doesn't want to pay for it.
State Farm told me not to. Is it needed? Well, it's needed, but the fact that body shops hide behind, we're going to repair your car correctly, then they skip certain procedures, and then that consumer's getting a car that looks repaired, but is not repaired.
You have the right to pick your own shop. They're on that program for a reason, because that shop has guaranteed that insurance company the cheapest, fastest, most economical repair that isn't always the safe, proper, right way to repair a car.
If what we're doing is affecting you in such a way that you're willing to spend money to shut us up, it makes me want to get louder. First things first, last week we weren't able to do the podcast.
Yeah.
Because you were slammed.
Yes.
Busy.
Yeah.
Had a goal in mind for the month.
Mm-hmm.
Hit the goal.
Yeah.
Hit the metrics. And then went past it.
Exceeded.
Went past it. Here's what I want to know. What do you attribute your success last month to?
The stars aligned. No, I'm just playing. I woke up and I realized all those months back, you put some trust in me to run your business, run this, and run it the way, with your guidance, run it the way I see fit. But I also realized when I had that wake up moment that nobody was coming in to save me if I failed. So I took an extreme amount of ownership of my team, the livelihood, the trust that our customers put in us, and said, I got to make this happen.
Yeah. So what are the detailed, what would you say if there were like one or two things I'm like, well, I specifically did this month that made a difference that allowed us to win this month? Is there anything new or anything that you were like innovative?
I've been doing this for running shops for about a decade now. Mm-hmm. And as far as innovative, there wasn't anything new that landed on my desk that's now going to allow me to lead my team and ultimately get these cars back in the hands of our customers. I really just, I broke it down super simple. I come up with a plan. These are what I have in front of me. This is the due date to have it done by. Prioritized in order of, first item of business, second item of business, but not just the cars. More specifically, I started calling them milestones, the things that needed to happen for each car each day, and who on our team was responsible for that.
So just an immense amount of clarity.
Yeah, like
when you walked through the door, you knew exactly how to win as a team.
Yep.
And what your part is in that.
Yeah. And then the drive to have everybody throughout the day keep your focus on these cars, whether it was 7, 8 cars, 9 cars, whatever the cars were. If they got done, what could they go and help with one of their teammates? Yeah,
I love that. That's hard. In this industry, it's hard to avoid self-centeredness.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe from all the years of being in this industry, you walk in and technicians usually care about technicians.
Yeah.
About themselves. And it's like, I can't tell you how many times I watched a body guy against a painter and a painter against a body guy. And I'm like, you guys are on the same team.
Yeah.
But it almost seems like it's like not that important to most leadership teams to address that.
Or there's been environments where you have the shop, body, paint against each other, but then shop against office.
Yeah.
So it's a whole other dynamic.
100%.
That we've just.
Have you seen that in your careers?
Oh, yeah.
A lot?
Yeah.
What's the worst?
The big MSO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's the worst as far as like office versus painter, like detailer versus who's the biggest fight against each other?
Probably the painters and the body men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially old school.
Yeah.
Like there's like a mentality of, and I don't know what it is, but it's like, I even see it on Facebook. Like, who's going to fill in the pinholes? I'm like, guys, stop typing on Facebook and filling in pinholes.
Yeah.
Get the car out the door. You got a customer waiting on you.
Right.
You know, like, who gets paid for priming? Like, just prime it.
Yeah.
I used to get in trouble because I would get done body working and I'm like, well, I'm going to go ahead and just prime it real quick. And I'd prep it and mask it up and the painter would come over. Oh, you took my hours. I'm like, I didn't mean to. You want your hours? Like, I was just trying to get the car done, dude.
Right.
And I saw you in the booth and I got heat lamps on it now and you should be able to, you know.
Yeah.
Of course, that was, 20 years ago.
I think for me, and that's what makes it so rewarding, not only to set out a goal and then hit that goal, but the team around me, because that doesn't exist here.
Yeah. I think a big portion of that is we don't hire within the industry.
With the exception of me.
Well, I mean, look at who we have on the team.
Yeah.
Like the body shop, the quote unquote body shop experience.
Yeah.
We just don't. It's not something that is beneficial if you put it on your resume. At least at our shop, we see it as almost like a negative.
Yeah.
I think that it's harder to train that out of a person. Like, I mean, like, here's a good example. Look at Mason,
Yeah.
our repair plan writer. How long has he worked here?
6 months.
I would put his repair plans, his damage assessments up against anybody in America.
Yeah.
And he 6 months ago didn't even know what a damage assessment was. Never stepped foot in a body shop. But we also don't hear the argument from Mason of why we shouldn't be charging for certain things. He just follows the manufacturer's guidelines.
He knows how to read exceptionally well.
And translate.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, how many damage assessment writers or repair plan writers or estimators are making excuses because, well, the insurance is not going to like that, so we shouldn't do it. It's like, well, who cares?
So, it's my job to coach him. It's, curate and hone his craft, right? Because he does interact with our customers.
Yeah.
And so I'll listen to his calls when he's making those initial damage assessments.
Love that.
His adaptability to boil it down to just not make the customer feel any way other than, hey, you brought your car to us because you trusted us. Following the repair procedures and guidelines for your manufacturer was important to you.
Yeah.
I've spent the last 3 hours combing through every document that they have, and that's translated to your Cadillac requires this and this and this.
Yeah. So simple.
And his ability to convey that and have it be complementary to the initial consultation that I would have went through with them when they first came in.
Yeah.
It's very cohesive.
For sure.
And the result I'm seeing is like, yeah, it makes sense. Well, let's go.
Well, and on the other end of it, right? is an estimator that writes an estimate or an assessment
Parking lot sheet.
based on what the insurance wants them to write, which is kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I think if we had a topic, which we generally don't have a topic when we come in here, we just kind of throw the mics on and have some fun. But there's a lot of shops being bought out.
Ooh, yeah.
By big MSO, multi-shop owner. For those that are tuning in that, don't know what that is, like the Gerbers, the Crash Champions, the Calibers,
The acquisition.
Yeah, there's just a ton.
Acquisition and consolidation within our industry. I don't know of another industry ever in the history of businesses that has probably gone through as much of a full, like we have. Do you know?
No. Dude, the shop across the street
Yeah.
changed names. I remember the billboard going up, or the sign being changed.
I think they built that one when I was in high school. You have
It was Autocraft.
Autocraft.
But then I think it changed in like a 6-month period. It changed twice.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, the sign companies are making a killing out here because they keep just moving new signs up. But yeah, I mean, it's wild, the acquisitions in the collision repair industry. Now, I might be cynical and I might be a conspiracy theorist, but I think there's a reason behind it. What do you think? Why do you think that there's so much change of hands?
I do have a thought on it.
Okay.
I think my thought's going to differ from yours.
Ooh.
I believe my thought is the insane amount of liability that comes with owning a collision repair shop.
Really?
I think so.
So you think that's why people are buying them, or that's why they're selling them?
That's why they're selling.
Yeah.
There's probably some, so to speak, skeletons in closets. And if you just sell the business,
get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
from an owner's perspective, there's a lot of truth to that. The owners that I have talked to,
yeah,
that I've been in the same position. I've been offered to be bought out, approached,
courted.
Yeah, and I've had a lot of friends that have sold their businesses, and there's a lot of reality what you just said. That's like, even if you don't have skeletons in the closet, it's one of the hardest businesses you can ever be a part of. I mean, it is every day your ass is on the line.
Yeah.
And there's from
a liability perspective.
Oh my God. It's,
people are trusting you to repair their car safely. You're trusting your team to perform those repairs safely.
Yeah.
And ultimately, car leaves, you see taillights. It's probably scary for some shop owners if they really looked in the mirror to see the work leaving their parking lot.
Well, especially when some of those decisions that are being made are based not necessarily in right and wrong, based in what you can get paid,
yeah,
and what you can get away with,
and what the insurance is going to pay for.
Yeah, yeah. I think I will be 100% honest. The only reason why I haven't sold is because I feel confident and the team that you run here and what you do here gives me the confidence to go, I know that cars are leaving correct and every T is crossed and every I is dotted and I can relax. I definitely know shops that have shared with me that they don't have that same confidence, and that scares them and keeps them up at night.
Yeah.
And it's challenge. It's unbelievably hard. You have to really be involved.
Another thing that's interesting is we look at the industry from the 30,000 foot view. It's an industry in that we are the service provider in its most truest and simple form. Customers are bringing their car to us. We don't own the car. If it's an insurance claim, we're not the policy holder. We don't have a contract with their insurance company, but they're bringing their car to us with an issue, with a matter, right?
Yeah.
They're trusting us, and 97% of the time, there is another company involved, the insurance company. And what really kind of helped my viewpoint, and because call it the brainwash, call it the old, what I come from,
Yeah.
is the insurance company is just a form of payment.
Yeah.
They're a form of payment that if you ask them, they think they control the repair.
Yeah.
They like to certainly portray that they do and insinuate.
Well, and let's get real. My opinion, that's part of the reason why they buy so many shops out.
Yeah.
The insurance companies aren't necessarily buying the shops out.
Not directly,
But
indirectly.
But they definitely have a puppet
Oh, yeah.
that is utilizing the ability and what I heard, and I can only speak to my personal experience, is that there were some body shops that said getting you out of the market would be worth the money to be spent buying your shop.
You've had that said to you?
Yes. So again,
How'd that make you feel?
good. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, that's probably the worst way to try to buy my shop, because it encourages me.
Yeah.
If what we're doing is affecting you in such a way that you're willing to spend money to shut us up, it makes me want to get louder. In fact, I think, Taylor, you and I had a conversation shortly after that meeting where I'm like, turn the heat up.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's make, I mean, if again, you got to remember, what are we doing? We're not doing anything crazy.
No.
We're not doing any documentaries about how horrible the industry is. In fact, a lot of our marketing, we really try not to push towards the negative side of the industry.
No.
But we do want to pull the curtain back, and we want to at least give the opportunity to consumers the ability to see what's really going on.
Yeah.
And ultimately, we don't even want to control their reaction.
No. Just educate and inform.
That's it.
Let them form their own opinion.
If they want to go to a shop that doesn't do post-collision inspections or calibrations using OEM parts or OEM tools, then that's fine. But what angers me the most in this industry, what just really gets my blood pumping, is the fact that body shops hide behind, we're going to repair your car correctly. Then they skip certain procedures that the consumer have no idea is being, jumped over.
Yeah.
And then that consumer's getting a car that looks repaired, but is not repaired.
Because that's super easy.
It is. It's unbelievably easy.
So a moment ago, you had said something, and where my head initially went is it's actually a part of our intake and check-in process. We don't just hand our customer authorization form to the customer and say, here, fill this out.
Yeah.
We explain it in detail, because it is a contract. It's an agreement to repair the car. But a moment ago, you said it reminded me of our heart check.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
this is, again, just to be stupid, simple, crystal clear, this is what you get here at our shop. This is what we're proud of. This is what we've built the business around. This is what's important to us. And if I've done a good enough job in today's consultation, it's now important to you.
Yeah.
And this right here
Yeah.
is not.
Yeah. Yeah. There's portions of the contract that is specifically created just to make sure that we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Because the last thing we want, and I've seen shops do this, almost con someone into leaving a car there,
That's the worst.
and then later on having to I had a guy come in the other day at the Wagyu store, and he's like, hey, you're the guy on the billboards, aren't you? And I said, yeah. And he's like, what's the deal with that body shop? I've heard about it. I don't know. I said, well, listen, here's the deal. Odds are you're going to be out of pocket beyond your deductible, and your car's going to get repaired correctly. And the sad part of the industry that we live in today is that the repairing the car correctly is a rarity. And in fact, I don't know very many shops in America, period, that's doing it.
Right.
And the simple answer to the question why is insurance companies don't want to pay. And customer and body shops don't want to have the uncomfortable conversation about, hey, you might have to pay out of pocket beyond your deductible. Now, do they get reimbursed later? Most of the time.
Yeah, there is a path. There is recourse.
Is there a legal system that works? Have we done as a courtesy to the consumers in our area, in our community? Have we done our due diligence to find an attorney that can help them? Absolutely. We've done everything we can to have empathy on a situation and go, what would we do if we were in the situation?
Yeah.
But the one thing that's not negotiable
is how to repair the car.
That's it. And that's the part that I don't understand when I go to other shops or I talk to other shops. That seems to be the number one negotiable thing. It's like everything that they do is based on the relationship with the insurance company. And I'm like, forget the insurance company. Act as if it doesn't even exist.
Right.
How would you repair the car if it's your mom, your sister, your brother, your car? What would you do?
And you have manufacturer information to reference.
Yeah. It's simple. It's just follow the instructions. And then the crazy part is they will overcharge in certain areas and become just as fraudulent as the body shop or the insurance company that they hate, in order to balance another portion. And it's this whole game. And I'm like, I remember the last consultation I did, or a last consulting I did with a body shop. And I'm like, dude, just stop playing the game.
Yeah.
Well, how do you do that? I'm like, you just repair cars.
Yeah.
Well, the insurance, da-da-da-da. Well, that means you're going to have to build a relationship with your customer. Oh, yeah, but I don't know how to do. Learn.
Yeah. This isn't a set it and forget it model.
Yeah. If people are out there selling $700 shoes,
some Travis Scotts,
you can figure out how to make sure that Susie and her family goes home safely in a car. It's not easy, but it's not complicated. And it takes time, and it takes relationship, and it takes emotions. And more than anything, more than anybody, like, you just build a relationship with a customer as if you like them. And here's the dirty little secret, because we do.
Yeah, I do like them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're looking at that person going, do I actually care whether this person goes home and gets, is safe?
A moment ago, you had said something, and I know we had spoke offline about kind of one of the things we want to talk about is just the consolidation that we're seeing. It seems like every time, at least once a week, there's a single shop or a smaller regional MSO being bought up by someone bigger. The David and Goliaths and whatnot. It happened here in town just not long ago with Shelton getting acquired.
Yeah. I know, and I'll yeah.
Where I'm going with that is because.
So that one's a different one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. So there's big companies
like what I used to work for
that are like big boy body shops that
machine.
They're the Walmarts that are running in, and I think that's the freight engine of an insurance company.
Yeah, 100%.
Then there are body shops that are quote unquote independent, but still DRP. Then there are body shops that are independent, but are still scared of the insurance company, so they still play the game. So
we've seen some of that here in town.
Oh my God! I mean, and they play they try to play both sides, but ultimately, I think that if an insurance company can buy if an insurance company can control a body shop, they can control all aspects. They can control rental times. They can control when that car gets dropped off. They can control what parts are used. I mean, to the point of like, these body shops are signing contracts guaranteeing a certain amount of money per month into that shop. But part of that contract is allowing an insurance company to send in auditors to make sure that you repaired the car the cheapest you possibly could 2 months ago, and if you didn't, you now owe the insurance company.
Yes.
And I've heard that before. Have you ever seen that in your position?
Yes.
You have personally?
Yes.
Oh man.
So those
I've only heard stories from people, but
yeah. So the audits, so in that MSO world, per your DRP agreement, at the shop level, you're completing the repair the way the insurance company, they have those parameters, right? Throughout the repair process, you have to submit. It has to be checked off before, so Caliber might have their own SOP, but then they have their own SOP for USAA and State Farm claims within there. And so, the final bill process, you're submitting it, counting it for your sales, cars gone home or whatnot. That file is still privy to being audited by someone on the USAA side.
dude.
And they would, hey, 3 weeks ago you sent us a final bill and, you didn't use a Kappa bumper.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't use an aftermarket bumper, and that could have saved us $45. So, and so do they make you write a check to them, or?
Yeah, they call it change request. So they have their own nomenclature for it as well.
Oh my God! Of course, they don't want to just call it like the simple terms. They're like, oh, we'll have a fancy kind of like when I got yelled at for saying junkyard. I'm like, oh, you should really call it recycled. I'm like, where'd the car come from? A junkyard. Okay, it's a junkyard part, bro. And if you don't like the term, well, then that's your problem.
So, industry is going through some consolidation. That right now, would you say it's having an effect on us here at Best Body Shop?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Do you think it's going to have an effect on the ability for a customer to navigate the options when they're in a position?
What I mean is like it's a positive effect.
Right.
I love it. Like, I'll get a phone call from, some body shop out in the middle of nowhere in wherever,
in
right?
the Flint Hills.
Yeah, Texas. Hey, and they'll be freaking out. We're a mom and pop shop, been open for 20 years. We want to do the right things. We're following manufacturer's guidelines, blah, 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 blah. And then they'll go, Crash Champion just came into town, or Caliber just came into town. I'm like, congratulations. And they're like, what? I'm like, dude, you just now are going to be you are going to be put on a pedestal now, because you just had your closest competition is going to be a vacuum, and they're going to bring a ton of work in. Their whole thing is volume, and that means that the reviews are going to skyrocket, and they're really, now your community is going to appreciate you and your personal touch more than they ever have. The quality of the repairs that you perform they're going to be highlighted. So now's the time to double down on customer service and making sure that you're making the right decisions for their family, and communicating clearly, and doing everything that shop can't necessarily do. And it's almost like this, I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're selling Gucci handbags, and Walmart just moved in with the cheapest handbags possible, and you're concerned because they're going to sell 10,000 bags. No, just keep selling your 5.
Yeah.
Just make sure that the quality is exactly what it's been for the last 20 years, and increase your hospitality, and get ready for the stories to come pouring in.
Yeah.
I bought this bag and it fell apart within 2 days. And like, hey, it's okay. We'll take care of you. Come on in. And that's it's literally what we have seen in Wichita. The more and more consolidations that happen, the more and more thank yous come into our shop, appreciation,
The bad experiences they've had there.
Yeah, 100%. So I do have a question. As if somebody's watching this, and they're a consumer, and they are, they just saw a new, big, shiny, fancy body shop move in, and they're building all this stuff, and that body shop, they always jump into the community and they give away these junkyard cars to causes, and which I've always wanted to do a post repair inspection on those.
Oh, the recycled rides.
Yeah, whatever it is. Like I always see that. Like, we gave away a 2014 Ford Focus.
Parts donated by Keystone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh man, I'd like to see how well that guy got put. Anyway. Let's say that somebody's watching this and they go, well, what should I watch out for? What are the top 3 things that are negative that I should be watching out for from a shop that comes in? What are some things that I should be doing as a consumer about it?
I kind of answer it. The first thought that pops into my head is when navigating a claim. When on the phone with an insurance company and your insurance company says or insinuates that, hey, this is where we want you to go because of our preferred relationship with this big shop. And conveniently for you, they have your zip code pulled up and they're going to shamelessly plug in how they're, 1.2 miles away from your residence.
Yeah. And we've got rental cars ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're watching this, I would hope you know that you have the right to pick your own shop. That they have, they're on that program for a reason, because that shop has guaranteed that insurance company the cheapest, fastest, most economical repair that isn't always the safe, proper, right way to repair a car.
Yeah.
I think there's also going to be... in the environments that I've been a part of, there's been amazing customer service.
Those
DRP, those shops.
I'd agree.
And I think a lot of it has to do with...
Not very personable.
Maybe not as much relationship building.
I think the beginning.
Yeah.
They bring in all the pros.
Yeah.
And they have a good launch.
So, and I've had the opportunity, and I was a part of that team that traveled the country and went to those new markets where we just opened up a shop, and I was boots on the ground with maybe the mom and pop that just got bought.
Yep.
And, I'm there for week 1, week 2 support of their onboarding, because now this mom and pop shop is now the newest Crash Champions location.
Sure. Yeah.
So, right out the gates, I think it's there. And I think at the heart of it, most people want to, the customer and the employees, the teammates in those environments are going to realize real quickly the lids that are capped by insurance companies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would, to make it simple, it's like OEM, 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 OEM. Like, are you following OEM standards or are you not? And I don't want to hear the embellishment of why or who, what, where, when. I don't want to hear an excuse as to, oh, well, these parts are just the same. And I'll tell you something that's shocking that, Taylor's probably going to clip this out and I don't care if you have certifications or not.
Yeah.
I've walked into many shops that have walls full of plaques.
Plaques and banners.
Plaques and banners that are like, oh man, these guys are the most certified shop around. And you walk in the back and they have an aftermarket fender being put on a Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
Or a steering column not being pulled out of a Chevy.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's a collapsible steering column. You should do that. Well, State Farm told me not to. You're certified through that company.
Yeah.
And that company literally requires you to do it. And there's not a whole lot of accountability.
No.
So I think ultimately, if I'm sitting there and I see a huge shop come into my town the things that I would, to boil it down to like one thing is like, who's in control of the repair? Is it me or is it the insurance company? Who do you work for? Me or the insurance company? And there's a lot of things like you should just stay curious. As a consumer, ask lots of questions, get educated about the repair process.
Question everything.
Well, I liken it to a surgery.
Yeah.
You don't just trust anybody. Somebody just walks in and says, hey, we need to cut you open and do this surgery. And you're like, oh, okay, here, let's do it. So I think that...
Came highly recommended.
Yeah. And I don't care if the doctor's having a barbecue outside and doing all the nice, fancy, customer service kind of things. Because that's what body shops do, right? We're in the community. We're giving away stuff. We're doing charity, all this stuff. And it brings your guard down. And you go into that body shop and you goes, I guess it sounds okay. But ultimately, asking questions will either get you the answers that align with the repair that you're wanting, or it'll expose what's hidden that they can't do because of the agreements that they have made without you.
Yeah.
Like, here's one that I would do at any body shop. Are you in contract with an insurance company? I would like to see that contract.
Yeah. As a customer, that's a question they should be asking.
100%. Because if you read that contract, you would quickly find, wait a minute, you already made agreements on my car without me even being here.
Yeah.
I don't want you to make these. I want to be able to make these decisions.
Yeah.
What do you mean you have to use X amount of aftermarket parts? What do you mean you have to have like cycle time, severity rate?
The body shop and the insurance company are discussing how to repair my car
2 years before I wreck it.
Well, and then even when, so this is real, cars at the shop in that environment, and this was every day. I lived this for many years. Service advisor or estimator handling that particular account would have the car in. They would call the customer, all this. After it's gone through, they're in the process of submitting for review what they think it's going to take to fix the car. And then they either get an email back, that change request, or a phone call from someone at USAA, State Farm, wherever it might be, to then discuss, hey, you need to change this, you need to bring down this, all that.
And guess who's left out of that conversation?
The owner of the vehicle.
Every time.
Yeah.
Because if the owner looks and goes, wait a minute, you're not doing this now? Well, yeah. Why?
Insurance doesn't want to pay for it.
State Farm told me not to. Wait, why'd you put it on the estimate in the first place?
So
is it needed? Well, it's needed, but
it was broke.
It was broke, but
still broke.
We're going to go ahead and glue it together. I'm like, whoa, time out.
So you then have representatives from within that MSO, that shop, who are under contract, who, whether they feel good about it or don't feel good about it, they're now at odds with the insurance company that they're in agreement with.
Yeah.
So it isn't like being in those DRP agreements is a magic wand for,
and that's what they make it sound like.
I know.
Hey, did you wreck your car? Okay, so we have a body shop that we've already vetted, and we can guarantee them. Go to this shop. It's 1.2 miles away. We have the rental car ready for you. Blah 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 blah.
And then at that shop, the shop and us are going to fight it out.
Yeah. Now, kind of switch subjects here. Kind of pivot to kind of leave on a high note. What are we doing this week?
This week, we're breaking a Best Body Shop record.
We are, aren't you?
Yeah.
Not we, you. You're doing it.
Yeah.
I got a phone call just for Taylor. I don't know if you know this, but I got a phone call from Quinton Monday?
Thursday.
Oh, Thursday of last week.
Thursday.
That's right.
Week.
And he goes, hey, what's your weekly record? Like, what's the record for the week? And I told him, and he's like, yeah, I'm about to break that.
Dang. Let's go.
So, if you do break it, the agreement that we made is that I would come in and cook Wagyu steaks.
For the team.
Yeah. Thanks to Wichita Wagyu. That's sponsored by Wichita Wagyu. No, that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
So the positive side is this. We talked this whole podcast, doom and gloom, insurance companies moving into cities and repairing cars, pushing and shoving to repair cars the cheapest possible, which means you're cutting corners and all this bad stuff.
Customer being left out, all that.
And then you got on the flip side, we're busier than we've ever been. In fact, we're breaking records.
Yep.
Last month was not only hit our goal, but far exceeded our goal.
Mm-hmm.
This month, we're about to break a record with 2 weeks left in the month.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm trying to point out is to the consumer, dude, there are options and you're in control. And to the body shops that are out there that are getting surrounded by insurance ran shops that are buying up all these shops and they're starting to get scared, double down. We're succeeding.
Yeah.
And yes, it's not fun. It's not easy. And yes, we have lawsuits and stuff that are happening all the time in the legal world that 20 years ago, if you asked me as a collision technician, if you would be involved in it to that level and have to go and be an expert witness, no, I would have been like, I don't want anything to do with that. I just want to paint a car. But it's what it takes to do it correctly. And this industry is full of a lot of hope for shops that want to do it right.
Yeah.
That are willing to put in the work for their community and the people that trust them with their cars. Now, the one thing I would stress, though, is don't be in the middle. I think that's where you're going to get slaughtered.
Don't be halfway in or halfway out.
Yeah. Like I got a phone call from somebody local, and I won't say the name, but they're wanting to dip their toe into what we're doing.
Okay.
And they're currently not. And I'm like, yeah, we need to meet. Because if you think that you're going to do this for some cars, some customers, and then not for others, you're going to get completely just butchered.
Yeah.
You either go all in or you go all out. Like it would be safer as a business for you to just sign your customers' rights away, become a DRP, and just go all the way with whatever the insurance wants and pick up whatever pennies that they leave you as a margin, than it would be to do it half-assed.
Yeah.
So
Pretty wild.
it is. I'm excited for this week.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Friday.
Me too.
Bone-in ribeyes on a charcoal. What side should we get?
Some corn.
You like corn?
Some elote style barbecue corn.
Dude, on the charcoal grill,
Yeah.
some mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
I'm hungry now.
And then in the cold side too, like some potato salad.
Ew, you like potato salad?
Yeah.
Do you like potato salad?
Depends on the potato salad.
Ooh,
Some redskin potato salad.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a fan of like most grocery store, just in the plastic.
Except Dylan's mustard potato salad. That's next level.
Really?
Yeah.
I might have to get that.
I don't know that I like mustard usually.
Dude, I had a dessert at Chester's the other day.
Yeah.
It's like a milkshake, but an alcoholic milkshake
Okay.
with a little chocolate cherries. Oh my God. So, this podcast brought to you by Chester's.
It was like sponsored by Wichita Wagyu.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to get down there.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.